sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering.
Yes, indeed, Browns. It tastes better. What's your beef? Let's get to the phone lines. You know what? I've heard at remotes where I had a great time yesterday at Mullins, and a few fans will come up and say, hey, Murph, I always listen. I never call. I'm a little nervous. You know what? What's your beef? Perfect time for, as I say, nervous first-time rookie phone callers. Pick up the phone. We'll get you in. We'll get you out. And as always, for the best beefs, oh, man, a trip to the best beefs in Chicago. Browns, 50 locations. Lunchtime, look at 12:20, 20 minutes out. You haven't had lunch yet, have you? You're out and about. You're in the car. Browns, beef, lunch, beef, Browns, lunch, Browns, beef. How better can I say it? The Italian beefs, the Chicago way, like you grew up. Better than Taylor Street. The Italian sausage. Oh, man, better than Taylor Street. Murph's favorite, Maxwell Street, Polish. Better than Maxwell Street. They all taste better. How about the combo today? An Italian beef and Italian sausage, put them together, drive over to Brown, say, give me that combo. It's the favorite of Brown's president, Frank Portillo. Let's go to the phone line, see what the fans are beefing about. Let's go to Steve as a car phone on the score. Hello, Steve.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
Fine, Steve. What's your beef, buddy?
My beef is the Sox lineup. You've got Jermaine Dye batting 100. For some reason, Pablo Ozuna's playing, and he's batting 167. Brian Anderson seems to be the disappearing man. He had his best spring training ever, and I know he had some struggles last year, but why isn't Brian getting a shot?
Well, basically because Ozzie doesn't like Brian Anderson on the 25-man. Ozzie said in the papers he didn't want to really bring Brian Anderson north. I believe for defensive purposes, they didn't know how Pod's and Ersted's legs would hold up into cold weather. Turns out right now they're both playing like they're 25 years old. Ozuna is always going to be the first guy. Anderson, I believe, Steve, is simply there for defense, and you're going to see pretty soon that Ozzie's going to say, hey, we don't even need him for defense. Let him play every day down at AAA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but probably true, Murph.
I think he's better off playing every day at AAA, and you know what? Hopefully for Sox fans, he'll be back with you next year, but right now he's not helping himself or the team, is he?
No, not really, and it's a shame, too. I think Brian's got a lot of potential.
Well, that's why he needs to go down and just hit the hell out of the ball for about 3-4 months and force the issue here in Chicago. Steve, great beef, buddy. Thanks for getting us rolling. Let's go to one line open. When someone hangs up, dial quickly. 644-6767. Who's going to go to Browns? Ron is next. Lindenhurst. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Murph, how are you today?
Fine, Ron. Hey, what's your beef?
Hey, my beef is, Murph, the way they set up these golf courses for these the major golf tournaments, I don't want to see the best golfers in the world posting scores. A lot of average Joes on your country clubs could do the same score. I want to see some scores out there, Murph.
Well, wait a minute. Now, the average Joe from your country club would be shooting, even your club champ would be probably shooting about a 101 out there. The wind and the cold. I mean, all the pros and all the golfers said that it was a fair pin placement. I guess it's just the weather. Ron, let me ask you this. You're a golfer. I get out there once or twice and hack around and happy if I don't lose about 10 balls out there. Ron, the cold weather and the wind. What's the biggest effect? Is it off the tee? Just your body can't handle it? What was it that hurt these guys so much, the wind or the cold?
I would think that the cold you could always flip, but that wind, if it starts swirling, that ball can go anywhere, and it picks up when the ball's in flight. Anything can happen.
So then how are you going to change the course?
Well, they're making it green so fast. Fairways are narrow at the Masters.
But I read that, and I'm not an expert, that the greens dried out, because of the wind. So you want to water them down, take a little break and water them down? Maybe that's the answer.
Well, they're cutting the grass too short. That's what they're doing. So the grass is so short and ball could, it's rolling like you're playing a putt-putt king over there on Devon Avenue.
Hey, you know what, Ron? I like it. You're going to Browns. Great beef, buddy.
Hey.
Hang on. Hook up my guy, Ronnie and Lindenhurst, if you would there, Joe Ostrowski. He's a golfer. I'm the guy that hacks around. But you know what? Everything I threw at him, he had an answer. I don't know if the answers were right or not, but I like Ron's style from Lindenhurst. A great speed trap. Be careful. The one stoplight. Whoosh, man, they used to get you in Lindenhurst. 312-644-6767. Oh, Murph, I'm hurrying to Brown's. Don't run any red lights. Get to Brown's for lunch. It's now 25 minutes after 12. You're hungry. It's lunchtime. By the way, have you gone to brownschicken.com just to check out their entire menu? You know, I love to talk about the wonderful lunchtime, the sandwiches. Did I mention the big meatball sandwich takes 2 hands to hold with the marinara and the toasted French bun? And our guy here, Superfan Dan, every time he gets the meatball sandwich, bloop, one of them falls right onto his nice $50 silk tie. You go, oh, man. I said, takes 2 hands. You got to grab that meatball sandwich at Brown's. Let's go to Dan from Bensonville. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Marv, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Dan, what's your beef?
My beef is the White Sox announcers last night during the game. I mean, it was just horrible. I'm a guy who likes to normally sit in front of the TV and watch every minute of it.
Yeah.
But occasionally you got to get up every now and then, and you got to rely on them to tell you what's going on in the game. And
them? Who's them?
You normally, you got Hawk and DJ, and Hawk's telling you exactly what's going on. Well, last night I'm not sure exactly why Hawk was out.
I don't know either, but Blackjack McDowell filled in.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, basically it was like a reunion for them, and they were talking about the old days. I specifically remember seeing a sharp line drive hit at Joe Creedy, and they were busy talking and never even counted that out.
Yes, you know what? I sort of like Blackjack McDowell. They're doing a lot more pitching breaking down, than they do with Hawk. But I watched the game, the line drive, and what, they didn't even talk about it?
They were talking nothing about the game pretty much. It was all about the team that they used to play on and how they missed, playing out there and what they used to do and how good they were. And neither of the guys were doing play-by-play. It was like they were both color guys. I understand that it's hard to get somebody, but you got to fill in with somebody who's going to give you, play-by-play.
Yeah, that was Shannon Stewart lined to Creedy there in the first inning. I do remember that now that you mention it. Hey, you know what? I thought Jack McDowell filled in pretty nice. I missed the Hawkaroo. Hey, Danny, great beef, buddy. Thank you very much. One line open. Tell you what, let's catch up on a few things on What's Your Beef. Back in a flash. 312-644-6767. It's Murph for Browns. It tastes better, but it ain't just chicken anymore. Lunchtime beef, Browns. Lunchtime beef, Browns. Back in a flash. Sports Radio 670. It's Murph till 2. The Score.
Geez, there's a herd out there.
I heard you.
You were going to say.
All right, now, page 80. You got your Sun Times?
Yeah.
Turn to page 89 in your hymnal there. I
89.
stole that line from North.
Thank you.
Northie used that line about 16 years ago. I still like it.
All right.
Not now, but when we come back at 1:30, I want you to look over some of the quotes from Dennis Savard.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk much Blackhawks. You brought it up in the update there.
Right.
Some of his quotes, though, I don't know how long for this job he's going to be when he basically says we really have no chance to win next year. I don't know if that's what ownership wants to hear, even if it's true. And number 2, George, still got your Sun Times
I have not thrown it out
hymnal
yet.
there.
Yeah.
Turn to page, if you would, please.
I feel like I'm in class.
I know, 98.
Turn to 98 of your...
In your hymn, Sun Times.
Yeah.
There's a headline, Players Okay with Ballpark Signage at Wrigley Field.
Right.
Well, where do you think the players get these big salaries? From advertising revenue, right? Well, wouldn't it be a shock? Players not happy with new revenue streams of advertising on the wall. That would be news.
That would be stunning news.
Didn't want more revenue. And let's see, page 94, George.
Let's go back. Okay.
Now this is
94.
Now this is the sort of agate page
That's
with all
correct.
the little notes and the box scores and there's something in there that really reminded me why, as a young boy, a young Cub fan, aged 11, in 1962, that I knew I was doomed. You see where they have the thing called This Date in Baseball? It's one of those sections. It's a filler, this date.
1962.
Yes, this is the one. Now, a young Mike Murphy, 11 years old, following his beloved Cubs since he was 7, 8, 9 years old, and they had always been bad. But then in 62, for you young fans out there, after all the years of baseball, they expanded, George. The National League had been the same 8 clubs from the beginning of time. All of a sudden, in 62, the owners say, let's add 2 new teams. Mm-hmm. The Houston Club.
Colt 45s.
Houston Colt 45s, the Houston Astros as we know them, and the New York Mets.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, at least now, this is young Cub fan Mike Murphy in 60. I'm thinking at least now we'll have 2 teams that the Cubs can beat out. The first game of the 62 season happened to be the Cubs and this brand new upstart Houston team in the National League. Do you see what it says here?
Mm-hmm. The Houston Colts first major league game, right?
They beat
the hell out of the Cubs.
11-2. Roman Mejias hit two home runs. The Cubs went on that year, George.
It's a trivia question. Where'd they play the game?
It was called Colts Stadium. It was a little dump next to where the Astrodome was later built.
Oh, okay.
In 1962, the Cubs end up going 59-103, and they finish in 9th behind 8th place Houston.
Well, the league better not expand again because the Cubs will get beat.
Thank you, George. I appreciate it. What's your beef? Murph, Browns, lunch, beef. Look, it's now 12:36. It's lunchtime. You haven't had lunch yet? You've been driving around? There's a Browns just up ahead. You know it tastes better. And you know, Browns, it ain't just chicken anymore. The great Italian beef sandwiches. The great Italian sausages. Put them together, a combo. My favorite, Maxwell Street Polish. Yellow mustard, grilled onions for me, please. And Superfan Dan's favorite, the meatball sandwich. Bloop. Be careful, one of the meatballs, Danny, doesn't fall on your $50 silk tie in the car. Let's go to Ronnie from Belvedere is next on the score. Hey, Ronnie.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, Ronnie. Hey, what's your beef?
Well, my beef are all these Tiger haters. You know, they're all like, well, he's already got 5 coats, 5 jackets. Well, what about when the Bulls were winning the 6 championships? Did we go around saying, oh, well, we already got 6. Why do we need any more? And why are there so many Tiger haters out there?
Well, you know what, Ronnie? That's a great point, but let's remember that there were 3 writers here in Chicago that would not vote Michael Jordan for his 4th consecutive MVP, John Jackson of the Sun-Times, Kent McDill of the Daily Herald, and I believe the 3rd was Sam Smith. If not, I apologize to Mr. Smith. And they were tired, quote, tired of seeing Michael Jordan win every year. Ronnie, I don't get it. There'd be no TV ratings. The golf industry, these guys, they should all salute, smile, and thank a Tiger every time they see him for boosting their sport to the top where it was for so many years.
Yeah, correct, but still, man, let the best man win.
But why do they hate Tiger?
Because I don't know. Because he's such a good player. I don't know. They're just player haters. I don't know.
They hate the fact that someone's better than they are. I guess Ronnie, I'm with you, buddy. Thank you very much. Let's go to Buffalo Grove up in the northwest suburbs. Dave is next. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Murph. How you doing?
Hey, man, fine. What's your beef, Dave?
My beef is with the Cubs manager on Sunday against the Brewers when they down 6-4. You got Aramis Ramirez on first, Derek Lee on second, Mark DeRosa up, no outs, and you don't bunt the runners over. DeRosa strikes out. Inning goes down the drain. I
got a note right here from my keeping score at home, Dave, and it's a leadoff hit by pitch, Derek Lee in the 8th inning. Ramirez gets a base hit, first and second, nobody out. And I have a note here, Lou Piniella opts, no sacrifice bunt. Now, whether that was the right move or not with DeRosa is debatable, but I made a note of it. Hey, nice job. You're going to bronze. It ain't just chicken anymore. Hang on, Dave.
All right.
Nicely done, my friend. Let's bring up the Swami from Wisconsin.
What's up, Murph?
Swami, what's your beef?
You gotta send the cows back here, Murph. You gotta send them back. Anyway, my beef is with Pinelli. He says they can't win in 40 degrees. What are they gonna do in the playoffs? They just spent all that money and they can't win in cold weather. And you know what? I'd let Soriano Ramirez take my daughter to prom anytime because they always strike out, Murph. Go Sox.
Thank you very much. Cub fans sneaking in. Is the honeymoon period over? I guess when Lou was introduced, they were Louing, and then at the end of the game, of course, 5,000 fans, if there were that many remaining in the cold weather, booing Bobby Howry. Let's bring up Tim as a car phone. Hello, Tim.
Hey, Murph.
Hey, Tim, what's your beef?
I'd like to preface this by saying I do like Tiger Woods.
Okay.
But watching the end of the Masters when Zach Johnson finished his round,
right?
Touching moment with the family, the wife, the kids.
I was watching.
He still had Tiger Woods behind him,
yes.
2 shots back. Well, when Tiger Woods finally lost, he needed to sink that one shot.
Yes.
It didn't happen. They stayed with Tiger Woods when they denied this kid his national attention and the spotlight of winning the Masters and beating out Tiger Woods. And then we come back from the commercial, and they're still talking to Tiger Woods. They didn't even talk to him until he was getting his green jacket.
Tim, I watch the same thing. I'm with you. You are going to Browns. It's a great, great beef. You know what? The network, see, now, that's a great point. Sure, the fans turn on the TV maybe to see how Tiger's doing. He brings in the casual fan. But at the end, give this guy, Zach, a little moment of his glory. Who cares about Tiger at that moment, right?
Exactly. My point exactly.
Hey, how'd you like to go visit Browns, courtesy of Murph?
I am starving.
Hey, God, Tim's excited. I'm excited. And you know what? It's exciting to have a nice big Italian beef and Italian sausage. Call it a combo. Put them together. Browns, it tastes better.
Thanks for participating in What's Your Beef. Join Murph for another edition of What's Your Beef. What's Your Beef has been brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering. All winners of the Mike Murphy Show are only eligible to win prizes once in a 60-day period.